I have recently started using some new skincare, and by recently I mean a few months ago, like a year ago. And I want to show you guys the Satvik, so it has the plastic on it, Lord forgive me, the Satvik skincare line. Now I don't know if this really works for marks because it hasn't really taken off any acne scars or blemishes that I've had, but it does really hydrate my skin without making it oily. So I have really dry skin. That's my skin type, and that is the skin that we're dealing with today. I still use the Clean and Clear Morning Burst face wash. This one says oil free and it's skin brightening as well, and that's kind of why I gravitated towards this yellow one and not any of the others, because I really like anything that has skin brightening properties, because it will help with lightening up of any marks on your skin. It doesn't say that it does that, but in my mind that's what I'm thinking whenever I go and there's many options and I choose this one. That when I use this, because it does dry my skin out, I usually put 2 or 3 drops of the tea tree oil in my hand, and then I squirt this in, so the tea tree oil kind of gives it that hydration that it would need. So if I'm wearing makeup, I would use my Pond's Cold Cream to take the makeup off with a makeup remover wipe or a baby wipe. It really doesn't matter. And then I just take this, rub it on, and then wipe that off, and then I would go in with my face wash and wash my face off. There are days when I need a little bit extra, and I use the Himalaya Neem mask and the Neem scrub, and this is what they look like. The scrub is like any other scrub. It's kind of white with green little beads in it, and you just scrub your skin with that. It does feel very hydrating afterwards. So it says here that it is formulated to give you clear, problem-free skin. It works as an exfoliant as well as purifying your skin, because you know neem is well known for its antibacterial properties. So I don't use this every day, maybe once a week. So the mask is very hydrating as well. For my acne, like, I don't know if you can see, but I have a pimple right here, right there. And whenever I get these little pimples, these little breakouts, I like to use peroxide and tea tree oil to deal with it. The tea tree oil to dry it out, the peroxide as an antiseptic, and also it dries it out as well. So I just use the 3% solution on a little Q-tip, and I put that on the area and it soak after I kind of squeeze it, and then I put the tea tree oil. Whether I'm wearing makeup or not, I do that. I use the Satvik skincare line, and I'm going to show you the steps that I use. So I have 4 steps. Initially I had 5, but I switched the moisturizer out for another moisturizer when I finished it, and one is an oil, but I also switched that one out. So I'm going to show you those 2 separate steps last that I switched out, right? Oxypeel scrub, mask, mint antiseptic cleanser. So you use the cleanser first and you take your makeup off, or you know, but I would have usually washed my face obviously, and then I would put this on. Guys, I had this for over a year, and that's where it reached, right? So after I take all of that makeup off and I use this, I then go on with the Oxypeel scrub. I just take it and I put it on my face, whole face, and I leave it for 50 minutes. Then I wash it off with warm water, and then I go in with the anti-marks mask. This as well has a good bit in it, but I've been using it a lot more often. so it is kind of going down. This mask goes on better if your skin is still damp or wet. If your skin is dry, it kind of like skips, because it tends to hold in moisture, so it kind of skips and it doesn't really cover your face fully. And I realized that after the 19th time of wearing it, because I would put it on and I'm like, well, why does thing skip in? Like, I'm rubbing and it's just not staying. And that was because I had dried my face and then applied the mask. So now I don't dry my face, and then I just, when it's wet, I might tap it with the towel a little bit, and then I put on the mask, and it works really, really nicely. My skin does feel extremely hydrated afterwards. It feels brighter. It feels like it just takes off all of that dead skin, or maybe some, but it does feel brighter and healthier whenever I use it, especially if I've been out in the sun for quite some time. I tend to use it, but honestly, I only use it once a week. Maybe I might skip a week, so 3 weekends per month I'll use it. And especially when it's that time of the month and your skin is flaring up. So after every mask wash and my skin is absolutely dehydrated, and even when that mask gives it back its hydration, I always need to moisturize. So this is the moisturizer that I use, and it's just the Cetaphil moisturizing cream in a jar, and this is for dry sensitive skin, and it's amazing. So what I would usually do is I would put on this oil, and this is Oil Asante. I got this at Pennywise. So what I like to do, sometimes I use it on its own, but I don't feel, it's not very moisturizing, it's more hydrating. So what I would do is I would put this with some of my moisturizer, not necessarily Cetaphil, because this is these two combined, but if I have any other moisturizer that I use, I mix them together, and it takes away that dryness in my skin and keeps it hydrated and nice. So yeah, that's what I use. That's my skincare regime, guys.